The situation we're in right now is that you get in early, so it's a great time to renew your membership or to consider a new membership at the Botanical Garden. We need that support more than ever. We love growing the family of supporters that we have, and we look forward to maybe bringing in a few new friends into the mix here as a result of this program, this broadcast that allows us to sort of get out and share the message about the Botanical Garden with a wider audience.
Oh, absolutely. And I know as a director of horticulture and education there's so many activities that connect people. It's not just for garden geeks like me.
Right.
There's like kids, family events, all kinds of things.
Absolutely. Gardens are places where that sort of botanical lifestyle can flourish. We're so excited to be able to bring concert series like this. We know that it's great, even though we can't have you in the garden tonight and maybe even for the next couple of Thursday nights. We know what a great space gardens are for events and for just all of the things we like to do in our lifestyle when we can get back to doing all those sorts of things after COVID. And so a lot of great things happen in gardens besides great plants growing, and we're always excited to bring those opportunities to our community.
Absolutely, and we are so blessed to have the Greater Des Moines Botanical Garden here in Des Moines, because you know what, it's rare, and you have traveled the world and you have seen some amazing gardens and photographed them, and also talking about plants in your book and this type of thing too. Yes, but how wonderful all of this going on right now, right here in the heart of Iowa.
Yeah, no, it's, you know, we're so blessed to have had such an incredible and continue to have really an incredible group of leaders in this community who value what the Botanical Garden does, you know, and we're really only, although our building's been around since 1979, the Botanical Garden as we know it today is really still a fairly juvenile effort in the sense that we're really just in our 6th or 7th year of operations here, and we have what we think is a bold and beautiful future ahead of us with an exciting new master plan and things in the works. And so we've got a lot of things to share with folks in the years to come, and what a great time to, you know, be able to support that institution and be able to partake in something like this, which is new and innovative and fun. And we're so grateful for you for joining to host us and get this out to the world.
Well, I appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to your activity when the band takes a break.
Very good.
And we want to tell you, first of all, that tonight's virtual Music in the Garden is also brought to you thanks to our amazing sponsors, our key sponsors, EMC Insurance and Mid-American Energy Company, to help bring this event to you this year. This is great. So now, put your hands together. We're excited. Cedar County Cobras, these guys do it all. A little bit of rockabilly, a little bit of blues. They play multiple instruments. I want to be them when I grow up. I mean, come on, this is great. Sit back, maybe pour yourself a beverage, just like Music in the Garden, and enjoy Cedar County Cobras.
Treatment to bring you home someday. Someday, babe, you ain't going to trouble. Pull on me anymore. Dice won't last. You know, darling, you're living too fast. Someday, baby, you ain't gonna trouble. Oh, me anymore. call that God. Without love, you can't stay long. Well, someday, babe, you ain't gonna trouble. Won't mean anymore. Tell everybody in your neighborhood, you sweet little girl, she don't mean me no good. Well, someday, babe, you ain't gonna trouble. Won't me anymore.
All right, we're the Cedar County Cobras. We're out of Iowa City area. We used to live in Cedar County, in case you're wondering.
We were not gonna change the band name to the Johnson County Jaguars or something. We already had the drum printed up. We're just gonna stick with Cedar County Cobras.
All right, this next song, we play a lot of different types of music, and this next song Tom wrote, it's called Utah. It's about a trip I took to Utah once.
I didn't really write anything. I made it up. Nothing's written down yet. Well, she said that we can go to Utah if she gets stopped to take her in. Well, she said that we can go to Utah if she gets stopped to take her in. She said she still owes some money, and she never mailed it in. When they tell you that side's yours and this side's mine. Oh, be careful when they tell you that side's yours and this side's mine. They'll hand you something broken, but they're keeping the looks just fine. It's alright if we don't go to Utah. There's lots of places I'd rather be. It's fine if we don't go to Utah. There's other places I wanna see. We could drive around that state. You know that's just fine with me. Said we can go to Utah if she gets stopped to take her in. Said we can go to Utah. If she gets stopped, I'll take her in. She says she still owes him money, and she never mailed it in.
We're going to switch instruments quite a bit. We're 3 people that come with 9 instruments. And so I'll go ahead and introduce the guitars to you here. Tom was just playing a 1951 Epiphone. For those of you that are guitar fanatics, he's got quite the collection. This one is a 1959 Supro, and this one we found on Craigslist. And Tom says to me, we've got to drive down there today to get this guitar. And I was a little hesitant, but it's real cheap because it was a cheap guitar at the time. You would order it in the mail. It was a mail order guitar, and it sure does sound cool.
I think you could get him a Western Auto, maybe. What's the other store?
Didn't Link Ray play one of these guitars? Was that his thing?
He played everything cheap. Bear with me here. It's a pretty old guitar. I gotta stretch the strings in here. So talk amongst yourself for 20 minutes while I tune up this old guitar here. My shoes, well, you know about that, I got them. Walking blues, well, I woke up this morning feeling right for my shoes. Well, you know about that, I got them. Well, I got them walking blues. Well, the minutes seem like hours, seem like days. You know, I wish to know good friends of mine will quit the low down ways. Well, the minutes seem like hours, and the hours seem like days. I wish to know good friends of mine will quit the low down ways. say this old blues ain't bad and it's the worst old feeling that I think I've ever had. Well, now, some folks tell me, you know they say these blues ain't bad. It's the worst old feeling you know I've ever had. Well, these old blues ain't nothing but low down. They can chill living. They never had it, but I hope you never will. Well, these old blues ain't nothing but low down they can chill. If you ain't never had them, I hope you never will.
All right, we got the groove on now. Okay, that's all right. All right, this show is part of the Summer Garden Series for the Des Moines Botanical Garden. And I want to thank the folks that had us on here and allowed us to play inside, even though we're not allowed to have a live show at the Botanical Garden because of the coronavirus. And thanks to Josh for booking the show, our favorite Des Moines booking agent. This is a tune Tom wrote last winter of 2019 during the polar vortex. This one's called Voodoo Doll.
She's leaving, followed her to the door. I fell down on my knees, you know I begged her not to go. I cried, oh Mom, won't you stay with me please? Said if she would come back, it'd be the day when hell would freeze. Well, I felt bad before, I felt bad before, I felt bad before, never ever quite like this. It was never quite like this. I feel like someone sticking needles in my voodoo doll. I felt bad before, I felt bad before, I felt bad before, never ever quite like this. It was never quite like this. Said she was leaving, I followed her to the door. Fell down on my knees, you know I begged her not to go. I cried, oh Mom, won't you stay here with me please? Said if she would come back, it'd be the day when hell would freeze. Well, I felt bad before. Well, I felt bad before. Well, I felt bad before, but never ever quite like this. It was never quite like this. It's never quite like this.
All right, this next tune is called Chicken Pickin', and this is one also that Tom came up with, and Dustin and Tom take turns on the chicken picking solos here for your entertainment. Hopefully you like it and it makes you think of a barnyard.
We try to out chicken pick each other.
Yeah, this next one's Coal Black Maddie. This is definitely a song that many people have done. The most common one I think of is R.L. Burnside. Junior Kimbrough, yeah, R.L. Burnside. And this is kind of at the root of what the Cobras do. Tom learned this song from Richard Johnson. He is a blues musician who came up here to Des Moines He played on the streets in Memphis. We met him in Des Moines, and then he lived on Tom's couch for a couple months till he moved
It was
on.
only a month, but it seemed
He moved
like
on to your
more.
brother's couch. But he was a nice guy, and we got this song out of him. Well, he taught Tom this song.
Poor black man, she got no clothes. That fool got drunk, little trunk outdoors. Don't need no heat or fireplace by my bed. That girl I got, she kept cherry red. Going to Memphis, gonna stay down there. My friend Richard Johnson said, no, he don't care. Gonna stay on his couch, lay around all day. Gonna see how long he'll let me stay. Now, poor black man, she got no clothes. Her fool got drunk, let the trunk outdoors. All I ask for, all I pray, bad luck and trouble, it won't come my way. Need no heat or fireplace by my bed. That girl I got, she kept cherry red. You know, steam on fireplace by my bed. That girl I got, she kept cherry red. She kept cherry red. She kept cherry red.
More on that guitar if you want to do it, or we're kind of getting low on time. Either way, but we've got rolling and tumbling. Guess we do that on that guitar. Yeah. Make sure it's not too slow.
I was a diving dove. If that river was whiskey, I was a diving dove. No, I dived to the bottom, I would never come up. Before I left that town, I told my baby before I left that town, don't you let nobody tear my bell house down. I cried that whole night long. I rolled and I tumbled, I cried that whole night long. Oh, I had that feeling, baby, something going on wrong. Well, I cried last night, mama, and I cried the night before. Oh, I cried last night, mama, cried the night before. Oh, I had a feeling that she didn't want me no more. Oh, I had a feeling that she didn't want me no more.
All right. All right. You have to get out your acoustic guitar. Okay. And we're going to have you do Cold Winter's Day real quick, and then after that, have Dustin do the electric guitar. Other stuff. Sound good? All right. And Cold Winter's Day is Blind Willie McTell, right? All right, I've got to keep all these musicians straight as we switch guitars here. That was Rollin' and Tumblin'. That was a traditional blues tune, kind of the anthem of Clarksdale, Mississippi blues scene. We play blues, rock and roll. We'll play some bluegrass type of stuff, some string band. I play mandolin here in the second set. And right now, Tom is going to play a song called Cold Winter's Day. Tom is legally blind, so doing things like finding.
I can see no evil.
Yeah, he picks a gray pick up, and it's hard for him to find. But this song is done by Blind Willie McTell, and we'll also do Blind Lemon Jefferson here in a little bit. They're kind of close to the heart for us. For those of you out there watching this on video, this is in Iowa, in Des Moines, and it is almost 100 degrees outside today. So we're playing the Cold Winter's Day as a way to cool everybody down, right?
Did everything, mama, that I could do. Fell on my knees, girl, get along with you. Now you gonna need me some cold winter day. Won't you your breakfast, baby. Took it to your bed. She my cold mama, combed your hair. Now you're gonna need me some cold winter day. Give me money, baby, my lifestyle. Since you got big change, you changed your mind. Yes, you're gonna need me some cold winter day. When I first met your mama, your shoes were thin. Nobody wanted you, no man took you in. You're gonna need me some cold winter day. Keep your money, baby, buy new shoes and clothes. Since you got big change, you throw me outdoors. You're gonna need me some cold winter day. Don't make no difference, mama. Change your lock and key. Too many women out there, they want a man just like me. Yeah, you're gonna need me some cold winter day. Yes, you're gonna need me some cold winter day.
All right. All right, Dustin, would you like to get out the electric guitar? And we can start with Get Right Church if you want, Tom. And then we'll do, So I can take a moment to introduce the band here for TV Land. It's Dustin Dua on the far side of the stage here. He's going to play electric guitar now. He usually plays acoustic guitar for us, electric guitar, and he'll play the upright bass in the second set. And this here is Tom Spielbauer. He's kind of the founding member of the Cedar County Cobras and used to live in Cedar County down a gravel road. Our first album is called Delta Avenue Juke Joint because that's where he used to live, is on Delta Avenue. We're in the process of making a second album right now, 5 years later, and hopefully that'll be out this winter or spring. And I'm April Dirks, plays upright bass and the mandolin.
This is an old pop staple song. We're gonna have a religious experience here. Not really. We're just gonna play a song written by a religious man.
Church, let's go home. Get right, church, and let's go home. Get right, church, get right, church, get right, church, and let's go home. I'm riding home on morning train. I'm riding home on morning train. I'm riding home. I'm riding home. I'm riding home on morning train. That evening train, baby, too late. Evening train, baby, too late. It may be, that evening train, baby, too late. mama taught me how to pray. My mama taught me how to pray. She said pray every day. My mama taught me how to pray. Get right, church, and let's go home. Get right, church, and let's go home. Get right, church, get right, church, get right, church, and let's go home. I'm riding home on morning train. I'm riding home on morning train. I'm riding home. I'm riding home. I'm riding home the morning train. That evening train may be too late. Evening train may be too late. It may be. Evening train may be too late. Church and let's go home. Get right, church, and let's go home. Get right, church, get right, church, get right, church, and let's go home.
All right, this next one, thank you, Dustin, for playing electric guitar on that. I first heard that song done by Ben Miller Band. I first heard that song done by Ben Miller Band, and they're friends of ours. They're from Arkansas, Missouri area, just fantastic musicians. Maybe Joplin, Missouri, yeah, actually. And I thought that was their song, and Tom said, no, that's a Staples Singers, Pop Staples tune from the 30s. Is that right?
50s.
Oh, 1950. Shows what I know. We've got history rock and roll expert here.
I pieced it together off the back of albums. I'm not really an expert.
And that's a pretty good song, though. That's the arrangement, how Ben Miller Band does it. So hope you enjoyed it. All right, this next one is called Grave Kept Clean.
Won't you see that my grave is kept clean?
Yeah. Won't you see that my grave is kept clean? Or the other name for it is One Kind Favor. And this is Blind Lemon Jefferson.
That's right. Please see that my grave is kept clean. Don't be throwing trash, beer cans, cigarette butts on my headstone. I probably won't have a headstone. I'm going to donate my body to science. I'll have a head shop. That's right.
I think they're going to go to commercial at some point.
Okay, they're going to go to the commercial. If I start telling more jokes, they'll probably go to commercial.
We'll just start playing the song.
Our last gig was for 40 people, and most of them were there for taco night. There's one kind favor I'll ask of you. Won't you see is my grave kept clean? Have you ever heard the church bells toll? Well, have you ever heard them church bells toll? Well, that's the sound another good man done gone. Well, have you ever heard that coffin door slam? Well, have you ever heard that coffin door slam? Well, that's the sound a woman done lost a man.
fade. Gold chains gonna lay me down. Give this old guitar to my brother George, and the rest to that hole in the ground. No, there's one kind favor I'll ask of you. No, there's one kind favor I'll ask of you. Won't you see, it's my grave can't bleed. Won't you see, it's my grave can't bleed.
We're all right, we're gonna keep on
You having
playing.
trouble with the acoustic guitar? Is that what he was saying? Was he? We're upstairs and they're downstairs, and sometimes they're talking to us, but no, no, they're not.
Because of social distancing, we don't get to have a real close interaction here with the camera folks.
Is
But
my guitar coming out of those speakers? It needs
Thank
some
you.
fixing.
So we'll go back. All right, let's just go back to you.
I don't think that guitar was working for the last 5 songs, actually. It wasn't coming through. You thought so too, didn't you?
Doesn't seem like it's coming out.
Yeah. So I'm kind of worried, 'cause some of that stuff.
Welcome back. Well, the Cedar County Cobras are taking a quick break. And man, it's probably a good thing you didn't see what was going on in the camera in this studio, because we're all like dancing and whoop, whoop, hollering and so social distancing.
Right.
Never mind. We're absolutely very social in this studio as well. So what a talented bunch, and they're going to rejoin us too. Want to tell you, first of all, our virtual Music in the Garden is brought to you thanks to our amazing sponsors. We have EMC Insurance and Mid-American Energy Company. Also would like to thank our other sponsors tonight, American Enterprise, Mary Kay and Doug Bruce, Green State Credit Union, Ibera Realty Group and Fidelity Bank, Techni Salon, Merchants Bonding Company, Prairie Meadows, Linda Westergaard, who is the Ward 2 council member, Brenda and Bernie Mao, and Exile Brewing Company. Thank you all very much for bringing this music and sharing a little bit of the gardens that go on. Even in this COVID time, it's all very inspiring. As is this man. This is Kelly Norris, who is the Director of Horticulture and Education at the Greater Des Moines Botanical Garden, and he's just whipping stuff up. You just can't even believe it here. It's all of a sudden, this was a pile in a box, and all of a sudden, look at this, it's an art form. And these are some of the things, Kelly, that are at the Botanical Garden, or even when I look at some of the grass maybe that I've seen as a farm kid, right? I'm loving this. I love this. Tell us about
This is
it.
like a little florilegium. It's just a little diary of the garden right now. And since, you know, we are in this time of social distancing and haven't been able to welcome people to the garden, I thought we'd bring the garden to you tonight. And so I went through the garden this afternoon with just a bucket of cold water. It was a steamy day out. It was nice to have a bucket of cold water handy and just sort of put together a little diary of what was going on. You know, the heat recently has kind of advanced so many things. It seems like we're at that really the verge of summer, and even though the calendar has told us not quite just yet, but we're rolling into summer at a headstrong pace, and so we've got great alliums here that we're showing off, the drumstick alliums here off to the side. I even saw today that the first lace cap hydrangeas are blooming. This is a hydrangea here called Haas's Halo from the Cane Garden that's actually just starting. You can see those little white florets are almost orbiting the rest of those little florets that'll come a little bit later.
And you said that type of hydrangea stays up a little bit better.
Yeah, so it's like an Annabelle type hydrangea,
Right.
except Annabelle gets a little heavy on
That's
herself
mine
as the
in the
season
backyard.
goes on. And this variety's new. It's one of the things we do at the Botanical Garden is bring new varieties to the forefront and trial things and evaluate them. And so Haas's Halo is a new variety that stands straight up. It's nice and upright and holds its form too. We've also got here in the front a little smoke bush, of course, which flowered now several weeks ago, but it's really the seed heads, that kind of almost chartreusey, lemony smokiness that we stuffed in here to kind of be this little cloud from which all these other little details kind of came around. And then we have to get a rose in here, right? Because June in Iowa is for nothing else than roses. And we've had a great year in our rose garden. If you've been able to swing by the Botanical Garden, garden. You can certainly see the rose garden without having to worry about too much. A lot of folks who've been out on the trail, certainly, the bike trail, have certainly taken advantage of, of course, I'm doing this backwards now,
So
Lori,
it's kind of
this
not
is-
really looking, but it works. How does I can't do this. I'm like, I need all full eyes on it. And
I'm pretending like, thanks for the camera there. That's great. All right, it's like
Okay.
left is right, right is
There we
left. So
go.
no, I had to get, that's actually a David Austin variety called Eglantine, and is actually a climber, in fact, and it's blooming just outside of my office door because the rose garden's in our front yard, and
you're
our office
lucky.
looks out onto that. I think last week, if you joined us, our horticulturist who's in charge of the rose garden, Leslie Hunter, gave us a little tour of what's going on out there too. But you know, there's more to roses, more to growing roses than just simply you know, having them in a monoculture of themselves. And so we've got a lot of clematis, or clematis as some people know them, some of which are vines, like we were talking
Yes.
about earlier, and some of which are not, some of which just kind of, you know, sprawl around and are kind of rambly and whatnot. So I picked a couple of those. This is
Great.
a newer variety as well called Stand By Me. And it doesn't climb. In fact, it's a great companion for roses, although we have it in the cane garden where maybe we'll be here in a few weeks talking about there too.
how tall does that get?
Well, so, you know, if you measured the stems, you know, there's something probably close to like 24, 30 inches, but they kind of, and they don't flop really, they kind of just sort of make their way into
They
other
sigh.
things. They, you know, they just need a little, they're like some of our friends, they're a little tipsy after the party, and they just need a little friend to lean on. And so you have these little sort of upturned kind of petals like that, this kind of slate blue color, and they bloom for a good long time, which is nice too. Of course, there's other vining clematis, the classic Betty Corning, which is in our rose garden. Tilt that down here so you can see that. Maybe put my hand behind you. You can see that nodding sort of little bell that comes off the end. And there's quite a profusion of these. I just happened to pick one that didn't have that many flowers on it, so we could kind of weave it in here. I always like when I'm making a little arrangements, like I don't know where to put it. I need to walk around here and do this. We'll stick it in here for the moment. But you know, this is you know, I actually have not really been into floral arranging all that long. I'd rather grow them than cut them, right? But I've decided, especially this year, I've been doing this more as a contemplative and reflective activity. Sometimes it's fun when you're puttering around the garden to just sort of take a handful of what's in bloom and just put a little study together in a vase on top of your table or your bar top or your windowsill, like you were talking about earlier, and just observe the garden. And we certainly hope when people get a chance to come back to the garden, they'll observe with their eyes. Of course,
Yes.
we want to make sure that all of those flowers stay there for everybody to come and see, but we're really excited to get back to business of having people come visit the Botanical Garden here very soon.
Well, and that's the good thing about visiting when it is open too. I mean, yes, you can walk through and see some of these things, you know, but once it opens, it's a learning thing.
Right,
So there are
right.
people there, whether it's master gardeners or someone like you,
Right.
who can explain what variety this is and where it grows and how much light and the kind of soil and all these things, how tall. And that's what's so helpful.
Yeah.
That's what people want to know.
Yeah, you know, we obviously want to create a great garden that people can come and visit, but we really feel like the real mission and the real legacy of the Botanical Garden is to help people make better gardens, and not just better gardens because they look good or because they're pretty, but because they're good for the world, right? They're ecologically aware and connected to the things around them. There's bugs flying around us here in the studio because we probably brought in a few. I saw a little ant climbing up the stem here just a minute ago. You know, our gardens are not separate from the world around them, and one of the things we practice so hard and study and are so interested in at the Botanical Garden is making sure that we really celebrate place, and we really celebrate the great number of plants in this region of the country that are great for gardens, along with, you know, a whole host of other things as well too. We're really probably high on plant diversity more than anything else,
love
right?
it.
We have over 3,000 different kinds of plants from all over the world, both inside and out total at the garden. So you'll always see something, maybe even something different, I might promise, when you come visit the Botanical Garden.
Well, that's what I learned so much in, you know, Kelly's book, which is Plants with Style. You have several books, but this one, it does take pictures and shows that those are all your photos from different plants and different gardens you
Right.
visited all around the world.
Right.
And you've brought that knowledge to the Greater Des Moines Botanical Garden.
Yeah, you know,
and-
I have the pleasure of being the conductor of a great orchestra, as I like to say. And so, you know, we have a great team down there. We have a great team of not only, you know, paid staff, but as well as volunteers as well, too. It's a great opportunity when we're able to get back to normal business, whatever point next normal arrives. If you enjoy gardening, you enjoy being outside, you enjoy insects, and just enjoy nature itself, it's a great chance to come get involved at the Botanical Garden through volunteering. Of course, there's other ways to get involved, too. You can work at the front desk. You can and do all kinds of things, and we need that vibrancy, and we're excited and yearning to get back to that vibrancy just as soon as it's safe. So.
And this is a good time too, while you're here, to tell you not just you've learned about the advantage of membership, but also we've got a discount for you if you want to go online and sign up to be a Greater Des Moines Botanical Garden member, like me. You know?
There you are.
And so we can tell you what, if you make, because it is members who make everybody's mission possible, and plants woo and bring wonder, and since the dawn of time, and they unite us all, and so it's important that we support them. So, you know, right now, if you can join Des Moines Botanical Garden, you can get $10 off any level of a new membership. So to do that, you can use the discount code GARDEN10, G-A-R-D-E-N, GARDEN10. You go to their website, which is dmbotanicalgarden.com, and put in Garden10, and you get $10 off any membership level that you want to do, and that's until the end of September. So
that's right.
That's why we're doing this virtual Music in the Garden, and while the Music in the Garden is going on, hey, great treat, great reason to do that. Now, there's so many things that connect people and that they can enjoy at the Des Moines Botanical Garden, not just to mention things to eat.
That's right.
Things to learn. Now, I love Trellis Cafe. I cannot wait till that's going to.
Dangerous thing to have only 30 feet from your office door.
I'm just saying, you are so blessed between the roses and Trellis. So the chef there, Lisa Laval, is, you know, last week she had a great recipe to help us with some punch, kind of celebrate the mood, set us all in it. Right now, too, she has a baked brie demonstration. So let's tune in with Lisa.
Welcome everyone, friends and neighbors. I'm Lisa Laval, chef owner of Trellis at the Greater Des Moines Botanical Garden. And I'm excited to have you all with us this evening before some music. We can talk about having a little French food, bonjour, with the music tonight as you enjoy your virtual glass of wine or whatever it may be during the music. And my thought was, how about some French brie cheese that we bake? It's one of my favorite appetizers, been doing for a long, long time. Super easy. Buy yourself a nice wheel of brie cheese from France. What you need to do is scrape the white waxy exterior off it, which I've already done here. It doesn't have any taste, it doesn't hurt you, but you want to get right into the good cheese. So might as well just kind of scrape it and throw it away. My favorite topper is apricot preserves. I put a couple tablespoons on it. Fig preserves are another wonderful sort of flavor component you can put with the brie if you like. And then top it off with sliced almonds, thinly sliced. They can be toasted or not. They'll toast in your oven. Oh, by the way, you should go turn your oven on right now to 350 because you'll want to have this to eat as soon as it comes out. So I put it on an oven-proof plate, apricot preserves, tons of toasted almonds. We need a few more almonds on there. I've got some crackers and crostini on the side. Bake it 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You'll smell the almonds. Your mouth will be watering. You'll be ready to go. And then to make a beautiful addition to that, crackers, crostini, as I said, a pear. It's sort of a classic combination. So enjoy the music tonight with your friends, your loved ones. Shelter in place. Have a little glass of wine. Bon appetit to everyone. Enjoy the time together, and we hope to see you soon at Trellis and the Botanical Garden.
You certainly will. She sets the scene so well, doesn't she?
Indeed.
I just love it. So we've got plants, we've got wine, we're all good to go. But I tell you what, we have one more lovely video to show you, an introduction of a hillside garden tour.
That's right.
Okay, and you can't miss that. That's with Aaron Harpold, who is the Assistant Director of Horticulture of the Greater Des Moines Botanical Garden. So take it away, Aaron.
Hi, everybody. My name is Aaron Harpold. I am a senior horticulturist here at the Greater Des Moines Botanical Garden, which you can probably see over one of my shoulders, the lovely dome, and you can hear the waterfall. We're right in the middle of the city of Des Moines. And I want to show you some of the hidden treasures we have up here on the hill. So let's go. I grew up in West Virginia. Like when I was a kid, I didn't pay any attention to I would go take walks in the woods and I wouldn't pay any attention. To me, it was all green, right? So we've got this whole green panoply of colors, of different shades of green here. And in the garden here, we have different gardens that take their opportunity to sing at different times of the year. This garden up here on the hill really begins the song of the Greater Des Moines Botanical Garden early in the spring with all the bulbs, spring ephemerals, pinks, blues, whites, yellows, just explodes with color. If you look close enough, slow down, come up on the hill and slow down and let kind of like you wander through our lovely garden space up here, you'll see and notice some of these little hidden gems within our space. But again, if you look right above the Regerzia, right, we've got these lovely white flowers of the Regerzia, and then hidden is a Calycanthus heritage wine. It's just a lovely wine-colored flower that just, again, if you don't, maybe like take your time as you walk through and slow down and look around. You might miss that as you walk through in this garden. I just love the ability to kind of come into this space and take my time. Look, here we go. I mean, like I was just talking, this Aquilegia canadensis has self-seeded itself all over this garden. You'll see it in the spaces kind of all over the gardens throughout. But again, this wasn't planted here intentionally. This kind of just was like, hey, I want to be here. We have this lovely Aruncus, goat's beard. I don't know if it's called goat's beard because it looks like a goat, and you get a little on the edge of your chin. But again, no. But again, I just love this texture. It's covered with pollinators right now. It's humming with pollinators all over. Damselflies, flies, all kinds of bees. Again, I'm just in love with all of the different shades of greens and these pops of color that these flowering shrubs, lend to us as throughout the season. This wasn't here Saturday. So this Origeron is starting to come into play. Again, all these little notes that things start singing, at different times. I'll come out in the morning, and by the afternoon, something new is singing, which is just fabulous. Again, another thing that just popped over the last couple of days. That's what's so lovely about this space is be able to come again and again and again, and you'll never see the same thing twice. There's so much going on all around us, all the time. If we just, again, take that time to notice and slow down. I say that as much for myself as anybody else in my daily rushing around here and there and everywhere. To slow down and notice the beauty that's right under our feet, right off our elbows, right up to our hips. Thanks for coming on our little journey this day. I hope to come see you. I hope that you come see us, and we can share more in the future in person together. I look forward to it. All the best.
We can't wait, Aaron. That guy is contagious, isn't he?
He's fabulous. He's fabulous.
Well, between Kelly and Aaron's going to join us next week, too, to talk about some plants. And so hold on to your hats. You never know what's going to happen. It's going to be great. What a beautiful piece you put together.
Thanks. It's just a little, the product of an afternoon walk in the garden. And we hope more people get to come have an afternoon walk in the garden and join us and see some of these things. Some of these things will certainly still be going here by July 6th when we're able to reopen to the general public, and there will be new things. There'll be new things as well too. So we can't wait.
Oh, that's just so exciting. Well, I'm certainly excited about it. So happy to be here, and we hope that you're happy to be here. So whether you love plants or love music, something for everybody here at Greater Des Moines Botanical Garden. Now, speaking of music, we need to get back to the good stuff too. Let's get to Cedar County Cobras. Let's hear some more from the band.
All right, we're Cedar County Cobras out of Iowa City area. Thank you for having us. This one's called Long Time Gone. This is one of Tom's songs.
leave me, baby. It's a low down crying shame. I'm leaving here, girl. I'm gonna try to forget your name, and I'll be a long time gone.
You'll be a long time gone.
Be a long time gone.
You'll be a long time gone.
You won't see me anymore when I'm walking out your door. I'll be a long time gone. When the rooster crows in the morning, be the break of day. You'll be lying there fast asleep, mama, I'll be on my way, and I'll be a long time gone. I'll be a long time gone.
You'll be a long time gone.
No, you won't see me anymore when I go walking out your door, and I'll be a long time gone. That's the man down at the station. Baby, try to find that road I'm on. Well, I paid him extra things he tells you they're gonna be wrong, and don't be a long time gone.
You'll be a long time gone.
Be a long time gone.
You'll be a long time gone.
No, you won't see me anymore when I go walking out that door. I'll be a long time gone.
No, I won't follow you to the station. Won't chase that train you're on. Not begging you to stay, you just keep traveling on. You'll be a long time gone.
I'll be a long time gone.
You'll be a long time gone.
Be a long time gone.
So don't come knocking on my door, 'cause I don't need you anymore. You'll be a
Long time gone.
All right, thank you. That was some blues. This next song is called Country Records. This was our first song on our first album. This is also one that Tom wrote. This is about divorce. It's quite sad, which makes it a great country song. After this song, we'll sing another song he wrote about motorcycles. The motorcycle song comes after the divorce song. It's all over now, except for the cry. She said, "Oh, no use to me and even try." She said, "I hope that you'll understand." Said she found herself another man, and it's all over now, except for the cry. When we first got together, I thought that it would last forever. Started settling down, started changing my life. I asked that girl to marry me and made her my wife. But it's time to move on, you know that we grew apart. I never thought that little girl would ever break my heart. When it's all over now, except for the cry. I'm listening to my old country records and I feel like dying. She said,
hope that she'll understand. Said she found herself a better man, and it's all over now, except for the cry. It's all over now, except for the cry. She said, oh, no use to me, and even try. She said, I hope that she'll understand. Said she found herself another man, and it's all over now, except for the cry. And it's all over now, except for the cry.
Now we'll do motorbike.
Got an old motorbike and I ride into town. It's getting pretty old, but it still gets me around. I ride it on gravel roads. This little squirrel ain't gonna hit on in town. I'm gonna see my little girl. Every day she sees me, she says she hates that bike. And there's some things in life that you just ain't gonna like. She say you got to get a helmet and a license, you know, it's just riding a motorcycle. Little rocket science. If I ever make it out of this town alive, I'm gonna fill up the tires on my old 65. I'm gonna head down the road, get that wind in my hair. If I never make it back, I don't even care. I'm gonna go somewhere no one knows my name. Small town girls, they'll all drive a man insane. I'm tired. Same old faces in this town. I'm tired of being set up, being pushed around. Make it out of this town alive, I'm gonna fill up the tank on my old 65. I'm gonna head down the road, get that wind in my hair. If I never make it back, I don't even care. I'm gonna go somewhere no one knows my name. The small town girls, they'll all drive a man insane. I'm tired of same old faces here in this town. I'm tired of being set up.
All right, we're going to switch now to the National Steel guitar. All right, as you can see that switcheroo there, Dustin plays upright bass for me so I can play mandolin. Thank you so much, Dustin, for doing that. He's also very good at it. And gives me a break from playing the bass. Sometimes we play 3-hour shows outside in the hot sun. And playing the upright bass will give you some blisters for sure. All right, now we've got this 1929 National Steel guitar. We want to check with the sound guys here that this guitar is coming through, if they're down there.
Yeah, you're gonna hear it.
All right, great, thank you. All right. You want to give me that in first? Whichever one, you got There we go, thank you. Thank you so much for Des Moines TV and for doing the sound and for taking this video. We really appreciate it. Yeah, and this is Red Noise 6. This is the studio here we're at. And thank you, of course, to the Greater Des Moines Botanical Garden. We are very thankful to be here. We hope to play outside next year.
Well, I came up with this next song here. It was on a Monday morning. A real early one Monday morning. Maybe it was a Sunday night or something. See, my whole adult working life, I've been a outdoor laborer, carpentry and concrete mostly. And that means that if it's raining, I get the day off. So I kind of pray for rain every day. And this particular night I'm talking about, there was a blues show at Gabe's in Iowa City. It was T-Model Ford, C. Dell Davis. A bunch of old guys, one foot in the grave. I had to go see it. It was on a Sunday night. And I was like, well, there's a chance it might rain. I won't drink too much, you know, I'll be okay to go to work. But when they started playing that blues, I just couldn't help myself, and I let the badger out of the sack. Long story short, you know, I drank too much. And my boss is calling me the next morning. He's like, "Are you coming into work?" And I was like, "Oh, it's raining." And there's a long pause. He said, "It's not raining." I was like, "Well, give me the lightning early in the morning. Give me lightning, lightning rain." I stayed out drinking that last evening. Well, I got that egg down in my brain. Lightning early in the morning. Give me lightning, lightning rain. I went out drinking last evening. No lie, ain't gonna be worth much today. Otto Ford and Cedar Davis. Yeah, they were playing down there last night at games. I had to be there. I couldn't miss that. Oh, you know, well, I ain't gonna be worth much today. Give me a lightning early in the morning. Give me a lightning rain. Without drinking late last evening, well, I got that ache down in my brain. Lightning early in the morning. Give me a lightning and rain. I went out drinking late last evening. You know, I ain't gonna be worth much today. You know, I ain't gonna be worth much today.
This one is the musicians out there know the funny thing when you're playing a song and can't fix it and the microphone just keeps sinking down. This one's an Elmore James tune, one of our favorites, of course, called Talk to Me Baby.
To my baby on the telephone, she said, now stop what you're doing and come on home. Well, I can't hold out. I can't hold out too long. I get a real good feeling talking to you on the phone. Well, she said, Daddy, don't you worry, you're my heart's desire. You know I love you, baby, and I hate to see you cry, but I can't hold out. I can't hold out too long. I get that real funky feeling talking to you on the phone. I said, talk to me, baby.
Talk to me, baby.
Well, talk to me, baby.
Talk to me, baby.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me, baby.
Talk to me, baby.
I get that real good feeling talking to you on the phone.
ain't no good loving since my good girl, she been gone. I said, talk to me, baby.
Talk to me, baby.
Yeah, talk to me, baby.
Talk to me, baby.
Yeah, talk to me, baby.
Talk to me, baby.
Yeah, talk to me, baby.
Talk to me, baby.
I get that real funky feeling talking to you on the phone.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much for having us. All right, it's 6:30 on the dot. I think we're logging off.
Sounds good. Back to you, Lori.
That's great. You bet. Thank you so much. Cedar County Cobras. Love the name, love the music, love the
agree.
gang.
I agree.
Oh, isn't that great? And look at this beautiful piece. We're working on it just a little bit, but how gorgeous this is. Kelly Norris, who's the Director of Horticulture and Education at Greater Des Moines Botanical Garden. You know your stuff.
Well, I'm a gardener who likes plants, and that's about as much training in floral design as I have. Is just sort of listening to the personalities of plants and inviting people to take a closer look. So
It's beautiful. So bring in a little snapshot of the garden
That's right.
into the home, and I invite you all to do that too, because plants connect us all.
That's right.
And inspire, and that's what it's all about. So want to thank you so much for joining us for our virtual Music in the Garden. So along with Kelly Norris, and also want to thank you to EMC Insurance and Mid-American Energy Company, our key sponsors tonight. And we hope that you'll join us next week. One more virtual in the garden tour. We have the music that will be Jason Waldsmith and special guest Aaron Harpold. So the energetic guy who was doing the Hillside Garden Tour is going to be here. Anything can happen.
That's right.
We're going to have some fun.
We're looking forward to it.
Thanks for joining us. And everybody have a great night.